Hi guys, thank you for joining me again. If it is your first time and you like the video at the end, think about subscribing. It'll be good to have you along. So today we've got a repair to a Yamaha tom mount. Unfortunately it's not a bass guitar, but we bassists have to work with drummers, so it's good to know how to fix their stuff as well. This is going to be a two-part video. This part is going to be actually showing the repairing the mount, and then the next video will be making a jig, which I'll go into detail about, just to make the whole process easier. You don't have to have the jig. So the main problem with this is that you've got the mount pulls away from itself when it gets worn out, and that's because the threads in the top half get worn and the bolts pull out. So there is a quick fix that you can do if it fails on the day and all you've got is your Allen key to get you by. You can take the bolt out, remove any nuts and washers off that bolt, and it will give you a little bit more thread, and then you can try and tighten that up and do it sort of hand tight, and you might get by for that gig. But the solution is to bolt through all the way, instead of just having the screw going to a blind hole and stopping. What we're going to do is going to put a bolt all the way through from the top to the bottom, so you can clamp it, and that will give you a much secure fixing. What you could do is you could just drill straight through. So you could do it with limited tools, and you could get a hand drill and go straight through and come out the other side of that hole. But you don't get this flat surface on it. So the flat bit is really what you need when you're putting a screw on top or a bolt going through, so it just sits better. That's difficult to do with limited tools, but I've managed to do that with the tools I've got, so that's the better solution, but you don't have to do it that way. Okay, let's get on with it, and I'll see you at the other end.
Here's the jig that I made. It helps to hold the parts securely and makes it quicker when you have several to do. After tightening the part down, I insert an end mill into the chuck to create a flat spot on the opposite side of the bolt hole. A counterbore bit would have been better here, but unfortunately I don't have one yet. Now, using a digital readout, which I'll show you in a minute, I'm lining it up with the hole underneath. Centre drilling helps to start the hole and gives a guide for the main drill to follow through. Now it's just a process of completing all three holes in the same way. In part 2 I will show you more detail on how I located the holes, but for now, with the digital readout, all I need to know is the X and Y coordinate of each hole. This gives me an accurate way of finding where to drill. a little bit of cleanup and we can start some assembly. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you have, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.